And we welcome you to the Class of 2020 Rogue Credit Union live streaming video tour presented by Lithia Superstore, Siskiyou, U.S. Cellular as well, Oregon, California Supply, Hellgate Jetboat Excursions, and by Southern Oregon Sanitation. We welcome you to PlayActionSportsMedia.com. We are live from Lost River High School. We are in the gym for a socially distant graduation. You can sort of see here we've only got handful of students in here, everyone else in the parking lot, and we will get ready for this graduation here in just a couple of minutes. Right now, a few messages from the people that make this event possible. We'll be right back.
From our humble beginnings serving members from a small garage to today serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
With everything going on around us these days, it's comforting to know that the people of Southern Oregon can count on one another to get through it. And at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Mitford, you can count on us too. Because in this changing world, we're taking even more steps to better serve our community by following all the necessary CDC guidelines to not only keep you safe, but our staff as well. And with the added convenience of free pickup and delivery when servicing your vehicle, test drives from your home, and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Count on Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Mitford.
If you have a fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, switch to US Cellular and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G, plus no activation fees. So you can stream, capture, and post without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at US Cellular. Choose fair.
At US Cellular, we believe in a new approach, one that puts you first. Visit Siskiyou Cellular at one of our 7 locations.
It's fire danger season, and Oregon California Supply in Medford and Grants Pass is ready to save you money and protect you, your family, your business, and your property. Shop today for all sizes and types of fire extinguishers for your boat, RV, truck, home, and shop. Visit OCS today for custom fire prevention systems for your rural home, ranch, or farm. And save 20% off all fire hoses, valves, and fittings. Get to Oregon California Supply today, next to Wild River Pizza in Grants Pass, north of Vilas Road off Highway 62 Medford. Save money, protect, and cover your assets with fire protection supplies from Oregon California Supply.
Welcome back to Lost River High School, broadcasting live from the gym in a socially distant graduation. Only about a handful of us in here. Getting ready to start the ceremonies. Here's our principal, Jamie Ogman.
Good morning, Class of 2020. Would you please rise with me for the singing of our national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And we're live from Lost River High School celebrating the class of 2020. Here's our first speaker.
Welcome to Lost River's Class of 2020 graduation. Thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch and celebrate this milestone and supporting this wonderful class as we are about to start the next chapter of our lives. If it wasn't for all the love and support surrounding each graduate, who knows where we would be today. I know each graduate here today will go far in life. I have had the privilege to go through high school and elementary school with these outstanding students and cannot wait to see who they become in the future. But for now, let's capture this moment and surround each other with laughter and friendship as we celebrate this occasion. Please enjoy the rest of the ceremony, and thank you again for being here and supporting each and every one of us. Please welcome our commencement speaker, Mr. Hernandez.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us as we come together to celebrate the class of 2020. Whether you're here in person or you're at home or you have these young men and women in your hearts, it is evident that the support for them has never wavered. It is this support that was needed when the rug was pulled out from under them in March. I would like to apologize to the seniors because through no fault of theirs, your senior year came to an abrupt end. And in a few minutes, I would like to show you that although it was unexpected and painful, it helped validate what you taught me in the last 4 years. My name is Rafael Ivan Hernandez, and I am the business teacher here at Lost River. I would like to thank my family for their support, the administration team of Mr. Ogman and Mrs. Wallen, the staff at LR, the community, and last but not least, the class of 2020. That is who we're celebrating today. It's an honor and a privilege to stand here today and share words that will help you see how special you truly are. I promised I would not cry, although I did shed a tear, maybe a lot, when the day I found out you guys would not be returning to Lost River. You've taught me to be strong, and I will do my best to make you proud. So here we go. It's possible to stand up here for the next couple of hours and share stories that we've experienced over the last 4 years. And as much as I'd love to do that, I feel that we can do that in our reunions, we can do that family gatherings or friendly get-togethers. Today, I'd like to take the time to celebrate your uniqueness. In the years we have shared together, we have created many memories that I will look back and smile and be grateful for being a part of your lives here at Lost River. I began my teaching career as you were beginning your high school career, and I feel like we've both grown. It's this process that brings me to the following quote. You can't just come into our lives, start to matter, become an important part of us, then graduate leaving us with a hole in our chest. Since day one, there was something different about you, something that scared me, and it made me question if I had made the right decision to enter the education field. You didn't give up on me, and even though there were days where I went home crying to my wife because I didn't know if this is where I was supposed to be, through the years you taught me that although there's going to be painful days and tough times, things would get better. You hung with me, and I definitely would never give up on you. Many of you already know that life is not fair, and on March 12th, all 40 of you were greatly affected in a way that was unexpected. This pandemic that swept our land made events stand still, made us change what we did and how we lived. Although many events stood still, there was one thing that did not stand still, nor could it stand still, and that was time. Time continued, and as it did, it eventually left you with a different senior year than you had expected or wanted. You missed out on so many things that I'm sure you will not find a single person here that wouldn't do anything in their power to give you that time back. Unfortunately, life nor time works that way, and yet you ended up making adjustments. I would never try to understand what you felt missing out on all those things or the pain that you felt. And it is the word pain I want to focus on today. We know pain as something that hurts the body or sadness caused by some emotional or mental pain. Today I would like you to look at the word in a different manner. We'll look at it letter by letter. P is perseverance. A is for amaze. I is for inspire. And N is for next. Perseverance. Think of everything you've gone through. Think of everything that has happened in your life. And think about your high school career. Think about your senior year, and now think about one thing. You're here. You're here because no matter what has happened, you have persevered. Many changes have come your way when you least expected them, and yet you continue to push forward. Did you know what the outcomes were going to be during your tough times? Probably not. Yet you taught me to never give up and that things would get better. March 12th, 2020 came, and it made many changes to your lives that could have forced you to give up, but you didn't. As this day comes to a close and new ones will begin, I urge you to never give up and to keep going forward no matter the situation. A is for amaze. I've always said that I would put you against anybody in any type of competition simply because you always bring it. One thing I've learned from you was that even if you were scared, you never back down from anybody. Your confidence in yourselves helped you compete in sports, extracurricular activities like FFA, robotics, FBLA. You have amazed me since day one, amaze me now, and my hope is that you will continue to amaze not only others, but yourselves as well. There will be tough times ahead because no one is immune to them. However, if you find yourselves in those situations, please remember what you've already overcome. I is for inspire. What makes you want to try harder? What makes you want to be better than you were yesterday? To answer these questions and others, be prepared to answer this question, is what inspires you? As you think about these questions, please also think about how you yourselves are an inspiration. In my eyes, you are all an inspiration in your own way. Someone is looking at you. It could be a family member, it could be a sibling, right? It could be a friend, it could be a mentor. Actually, it could be teachers that you've had here at Lost River that you have inspired. As I contemplated pursuing another of my goals, I look back at your class. I look back at what you guys had to give up. I look back at the tough times that came to you guys March 12th. And I look back and I remember how awkward freshmen you guys were, and now you are great young men and women. And so it's this inspiration that has allowed me to pursue other dreams. So don't think because you are graduating that you're not an inspiration. There's always somebody looking at you. And as for next, one thing that I admire about your class is how you could be scared, yet you would step up and take the challenge. And it didn't matter what the challenge was. You've never shied away from any competition. You always get out of your comfort zone. And even though you feel vulnerable, you'll give it your all. There will always be times like that. You'll have disagreements, and at times you'll get mad. And it's okay. That's life. It's normal. On several occasions, I've compared you to the Terminator because as the Terminator, he never stopped. And that's the way I've always seen you guys since you guys were freshmen, is that no matter what has come your way, you've never stopped. Many of you are familiar with our gym here at the school. So picture yourselves being inside the gym, for those of you who are not here. That is your next. Because if you look at the gym, there are so many doors here. Right? And these doors represent your opportunities. And not all of you are destined to go through one door. If it was so, then the gym would have one door, and everybody would use that same one. Instead, the gym has many doors, meaning you have the ability to choose what door you want to go through. You have the ability to choose what path you want to follow. Some doors will lead to college, others will lead to trade schools, others to the military, and yet others to the workforce, and so on. Well, guess what? If you choose one door and it doesn't work out, you could always go through another one. I'm living proof. My question is, what is your next? In conclusion, no matter how you got here, the fact is that you got here. The end to your high school years is not how you dreamed it. All I can say is don't rush through the day. Take time today and appreciate it, and appreciate those who have helped you along the way. Normal. What's normal? Right? You came into this world when major events happened locally and on a global scale. So finishing up your time at Lost River, there was no way it was going to be normal, because you guys were made to stand out. In the history of Lost River, no other graduating class has felt the pain that you have experienced. And I hope you realize you were in this class for a reason. I hope you realize that you're graduating in 2020 for a reason. My hope is that you see your pain in a manner that will help you persevere, amaze, inspire, and get your next. So always remember, in the entire history of everybody, there's only been one you. And it's you. So I leave you guys with this, is thank you for the 4 years. Thank you for all the hard work you've done, all the hard work you've put in, the countless hours you volunteered. Thank you for taking me to Anaheim. Many of you, thank you for taking me to different places. Thank you for challenging me. And I'll leave you with this, is I will always root for you, and I'll always support you, and we'll always be Raiders. Thank you. And with that, I would like to welcome back our salutatorian, Madison Hartman.
Who would have thought our last high school day was in March? For most graduating classes, graduation is more of a goodbye, good luck on your next chapter of life. But our graduation is a sense of hello again, or at least we all thought it would be. No amount of words can describe what it feels like not to be graduating together, but we always make the most of what we have. As a class, we missed out on spending almost 3 months together, but have been fortunate enough to have made memories with each other through high school and some since elementary school. I cannot thank the school staff and community enough for giving our class events such as an awards banquet, signing day, senior barbecue, prom, and senior trip we thought we were not going to get when school ended in March. And here we are, finally graduating. When I think of high school, I think of being on a roller coaster, filled with ups and downs, twists and turns, and can throw you for a loop. Sometimes it seems a little slow, and other times you're barely hanging on, trying to keep up. From being up until midnight, trying to get an assignment done, or meeting 5 minutes before class starts, all asking each other, "Did you finish the homework?" with a slightly scared look on your face because we all knew Mrs. Ross would ask to see it. Walking into Mr. Salvati's class to hear some type of joke that either made you laugh or shake your head with a slight smile, waiting for him to turn on the news. Wishing it was Wednesday and hoping Miss Beek had extra donuts from Breakfast Club that morning. Going to the library to relax for a few minutes before someone came looking for you. Every step taken through high school was one to remember, all leading up to new and unforgettable memories. I'm going to miss all of it because of you. The class of 2020 is amazing, strong, driven, and inspirational. We have endured more than most in 18 years. We came into this world during 9/11, and we are graduating through COVID-19. To my classmates, wherever you are headed, reach for the stars, don't quit. Become the greatest nurse, you will touch some family's heart one day. Become the teacher that will help a student keep trying. Become the farmer that will help sustain this basin. Become the engineer that designs next sports facilities for future generations. Become the soldier that protects our wonderful country. Whatever you decide to do in the future, do it with passion and never give up. To the community, school, and staff, thank you for always pushing us to be our best selves. Thank you for supporting us in the classroom, at various competitions, and on the court and field. Your support means more than you could ever imagine. We could not have done it all if it wasn't for all the unconditional love and support. To my family, you have given me more than I could ever thought to ask for. No matter the day, the time, or my attitude, you are always there for me. Because of you, my hopes and dreams have a chance at becoming reality. Our time at Lost River does not define who we are. Lost River has given us the tools to move on and write our own stories. Life will not be easy, we will fall, but always remember to get back up. Each day is a new day. Make the most of it. We are ready, we will succeed, and the next time we gather, I cannot wait to hear each and every one of your stories. Thank you. And please welcome valedictorians Ulisa Alonzo, Gracie Britton, Ashley Taylor, and Angela Taylor.
Before we begin our speech, the valedictorians of the class of 2020 would like to say some thank yous. For me, I'd like to say thank you to my parents, Nolan and Carly, for always being there for me and keeping me on track. I would also like to say thank you to my amazing grandparents and Nana. And a shout out to Papa Bob, I love you and I hope you're watching. Lastly, thank you to my teachers, especially Ms. Speak, for helping me get through math and being an amazing person, and to Jen for helping me with numerous scholarships and helping the entire senior class.
I want to give a big thanks to my family, my parents, sisters, and brothers. You guys have taught me everything that I know. To my friends, thank you for hyping me up and being my support group. Lastly, to the amazing community that I live in that is always there for each other. I love each and every one of you guys unconditionally.
Thank you to my parents, friends, teachers, and family for pushing me to reach my fullest potential. I love you, and I thank God each and every day for blessing me with such an amazing community and support system. I would also like to take a moment to thank the people who have had to make the tough decisions regarding school and graduation. Your job is not easy, and I thank you for making the difficult decision in the midst of all our anger and frustration on behalf of all of us.
Thank you. Thank you to my family, friends, community members, and coaches who have shaped me into the individual I am today. Your support and guidance over these last 18 years have been such a blessing to me. To my mother and father, thank you for being at every sporting and school event. To my siblings, thank you for always pushing me to be the very best and to strive for greatness. Lastly, I want to thank God for helping me because without him, I would be nothing. Once again, thank you all.
Hello. First off, the class of 2020 would like to thank everyone watching who has helped to get us where we are today. This was not the graduation that we had hoped for. Standing here without our classmates and family present is difficult, but knowing that with us stands a community where even through situations like today, they still have our back. To the Merrill Malin community who has witnessed us grow up, having you support us through everything is truly a blessing. You have taught us the value of hard work, and without all of you, we wouldn't have the opportunities and success that we all face today. Know that we recognize this, we appreciate this, and your hard work does not go unnoticed. To the teachers from elementary to high school that we have been lucky enough to interact with, thank you for pushing us to our greatest potential. To our parents and family, we wouldn't be who we are today if it weren't for the love and care that you have provided for us in the last 18 years.
As you all know, the class of 2020 hasn't had it easy these last few months. Uncertainty arose about graduation, and we lost our last few months in the halls of Lost River. COVID-19 cut our senior year short. If we knew our last day in class would have been March 13th, I'm sure we would have spent it differently. Our last few months of high school were supposed to be some of our best ones yet, and we didn't get to experience that, but we have to admit this pandemic saved many of us. First off, we didn't have to worry about senior projects or speeches. Our grades consisted of pass or fail, but best of all, our summer started in March. Together, we have grown. We became a team, both on the field, on the court, and in class. High school taught each and every one of us valuable lessons that we wouldn't have otherwise learned elsewhere. We have learned what it truly means to persevere through the hardships in life and making the best out of every situation we are tested through, proving to everyone what the class of 2020 can do. Recall back to when we first walked into Lost River in 2015, we were scared 7th graders. New school, new teachers, and even new classmates. 5 years later as seniors, we've gone from scared 7th graders into young adults. That's not to say we haven't had our fair share of challenges. We have. But we've had memories and laughs to outweigh the challenges any day. With fellow classmates, underclassmen, teachers, staff, and even parents, we have made memories to last a lifetime.
As much as we have been excited for this day to come and the possibility of having a normal graduation, we are extremely saddened that we are unable to be together for one final time. For many of us, this is the first milestone in our adult life and is a day we have always dreamt of. This year, graduation looks different, but we have to accept that life will throw curves at us and we must adjust, and that is exactly what we have done. But before we close this chapter on our childhood, I want to take a trip down memory lane to reminisce on the memories we have made and the time we have spent with one another. Whether it be the bus rides to sporting events, going to competitions for FFA, FBLA, or robotics, or the football team making it to the semifinals, the volleyball team beating Bonanza, or the basketball teams being crowned league champs, or simply our time around the school, sitting in biology class sophomore year, writing a million notes, wondering when our hand would fall off, or coming out of Salvati's class, wondering if we were going to die or how to become the next new millionaire with good old Dave Ramsey. Going to speech class with O'Brien, where we were forced to come out of our shell, the start of Little Tissue's debut. If you know, you know.
To continue down memory lane, we'll look at senior seminar, going in every day where Mr. Johnson would give his 5-minute spiel. In case you didn't know Mr. Johnson, it was never 5 minutes. Jose timed you. The constant reminders from Mr. Augman to not be part of the problem, but part of the solution. Or my personal favorite, Miss Beek mistaking a glass ball for a light-up bouncy ball. It shattered. Talking about life in Miss Ross's class, or never hearing the end about how hard Miss Lim's weight class was. I don't think anybody was ever not sore. The LR teaching staff is truly one of a kind, and we are blessed to have them help us learn and grow. One more memory. This one was more recent. No one will ever forget the senior trip to Reno, where we all got locked in the stairwell, and we had to wait for Bobby Sue to come rescue us. These are the moments that made high school priceless. I want to thank God for giving us these memories. God will continue to walk by each and every one of us as we follow our next path in life. When life gets tough, remember that with God, nothing is impossible. The class of 2020 will do great things in the future because our story is just beginning. May we never forget that Lost River is home and the people here are family. This is not goodbye, but see you later. Okay. And now, Angela Taylor to present the senior slideshow.
So me and Michaela, over the past few months, have tried to get as many pictures as we could. We shared so many memories together throughout our childhood. So let's go back to memory lane, and I hope you enjoy it.
Headed out down Interstate 5. My money was all spent, but I felt so alive. I was chasing down a dream, like you always taught me to, but the evergreens and caffeine still remind me of you. I'm coming home to the place that I remember, back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide your arms for this wayward son? I left my heart in Oregon. Fast boys to town, be like fire on the Cascades when our feet touch the ground. Can you wait to get a score? I'm coming home to the place that I remember, back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide your arms for this wayward son? I left my heart in Oregon. Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you built a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, you give it all you had.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who love you in the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake and always give more than you take. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you.
8 years old, couple cane posts sitting down by the creek. Lines in the water, watching those bobbers, seeing that red sun sink. Mama's on the porch yelling supper's hot. Y'all come and get it. We yelled 5 more minutes. At 16 it was 12:03, standing at her front door. And Katie's dad said midnight, but we needed just a little more. Yellow light flipping on and off, interrupting that good night kissing. We wanted 5 more minutes. Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. I wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit it and give
myself 5 more minutes. 18, turned my helmet in, walked to the 50-yard line. Just the coach and me after we lost 8-10-9. And I cried, man, next time to get in here, I'll have to buy a ticket. Can't you give me 5 more minutes? Time goes by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. Wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit it. Give myself 5 more minutes. In '86, my grandpa said there's angels in the room. All the family gathered round, knew the time was coming soon. With so much left to say, I prayed, Lord, I ain't finished, just give us 5 more minutes. Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. I wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit it.
We used to have it all, but now's our curtain call. So hold for the applause, oh, 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 oh. And wave out to the crowd, and take our final bow. Oh, it's our time to go, but at least we stole the show. 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 Darling, you know that we are sold out. This is fading, but the band plays on now. We're crying, crying, so let the velvet roll down, down.
Packing my bags and giving the academy
Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Get up. First shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, y'all can't copy yet. Glad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Chrome music, I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT. Hustling, chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the back crush. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the
Said I'll make my own money, and I'll make my own rules. Mama put the car and park out there in front of the school, and she kissed her head and said I was just like you. You're gonna miss this, you're gonna want this back. You're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times, so take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss this. Before she knows it, she's a brand new bride in her one-bedroom apartment, and her daddy stops by. He tells her it's a nice place. She says, it'll do for now. Starts talking.
Welcome back inside Lost River High School, broadcasting live the 2020 graduations, the Rogue Community Credit Union live streaming video tour, presented to you in part by Lithia Superstore, US Cellular Siskiyou, by Oregon California Supply, and oh goodness, I'm forgetting one. And we'll be back with the graduation ceremonies here in just a minute.
Here before us are the people in our lives that have been a constant light, supporters, and encouragers. You have pushed us to our greatest potentials. You have loved us and cared for us. If it were not for many of you, we would not be where we are today. This day is your day just as much as it is ours. We would like to thank each and every one of you for your contributions to the class of 2020, whether it be helping with fundraisers, buying something from fundraisers, helping us get to sporting events, or making sure we were on track to graduate. Thank you. However, there are two individuals we would like to thank right now, and that is Jen Johnson for helping us this year with scholarships, college applications, and making sure we were set for our future. And lastly, Cindy Taylor, our class mom, for always being at class meetings, helping with fundraisers, prom, and carnival. From the class of 2020, we want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you will never be enough to repay you for what you have done for us. And now, Mr. Jamie Ogman.
Well, the day that you thought would never come is here. You are set to graduate and begin your next chapter. Let me first extend my apologies to you graduates for not being able to give you what I said I could do. You all have a special place in my heart, and it grieves me to not be able to make good on my promise. Know that every turn, letdown, negative news that you received through this journey, I ran it with you. But before we start, I want to say I appreciate your understanding and your grace, and it's part of what makes you magnificent. Before we deem you graduates, let's pause and reflect on a few things that make the class of 2020 great. Your friendships. You see each other as equal and important. You all are different, but you respect one another for it. Your talent. You are a talented group. One of the most participatory, diverse classes Lost River's had. From traditional sports like volleyball, basketball, and track, to other sports and activities like hockey, high school rodeo, equestrian, and beyond. You wanted to experience all, and you did. Your willingness to serve. Your class has forever left a mark on our communities through your countless hours that you have given setting up, serving, fixing, cleaning, umpiring, coaching, teaching, and much more. But probably the greatest aspect of this class in 2020 is something that you have taught me in the last 3 months, and that's perspective. You have had very little in terms of positive news. Every time you heard from the school, district, or state was something else that you did not get or what you would not get. You handled this with grace and positivity, making the best out of a situation no one wanted to see happen. Because you understand the importance of relationships, what your talents are, and have the motivation to serve, you will go far in life. Always hold on to those foundational aspects. As we get set to send you out of these walls and into the world, we are remarkably proud that you will carry on the torch of Lost River. Our hope is that someday you will return and reflect on the days you spent in these halls, classrooms, courts, and fields. Look around, graduates. Treasure this, for this is the last time that you will be the class of 2020 together. Remember each other. Remember what makes you the class of 2020. You are closing the last chapter of this book, and it's exciting, yet comes with some anxiety on what awaits you. Albert Einstein said, "Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value." Your value here is that you persevered through a time that was difficult and frustrating. This has created knowledge and tools within you that we could not teach. These knowledge and tools will serve you beyond these walls. Lastly, always remember to dream and dream big. Think to yourself, what would I do if I knew I could not fail? And then do it. Don't worry if it doesn't work. Do it again and again and again if you have to. Eventually, you will make it. Ben Franklin said, "Do not fear mistakes. You will know failure. Continue to reach out." To quote a piece of your class book, "Be kind, be brave, be you," it says, "Be brave. It's tough to be brave when you're high in the sky. It's true, you may flop, but you also might fly. Just take a deep breath. We know you can do it. If you think you can. Run right through it. Be brave and speak up. Defend what is good. Use your voice. Make a sign and be understood. Be kind, be brave, be you." Remember these 4 things, graduates. You can't recover the stone after the throw, the word after it's said, the occasion after it's missed, and the time after it's gone. Live, dream, lead, and become. Go leave your mark on the world like you have on this building, as you have on me. I would like to recognize some of you as well as some influential people that have assisted you in your journey. First, your parents and guardians. Graduates, wherever you are, the 5 seated in front of me, the 35 at home or other places, please give your parents and guardians right now, as a thank you, a big hug of support and encouragement that they have given you. You can hug each other. Just kidding. Don't do that. For they have also sacrificed much in getting you where you are. The teachers and staff from Lost River, as well as teachers and staff from Merrill and Malin Elementaries, thank you and congratulations to you. Students are honored in many ways for the academic accomplishments. Students graduating with honors diploma, as well as being members of the National Honor Society, are Ulysses Alonso, Gracie Britton, Ashley Taylor, Angela Taylor, Madison Hartman, Michaela McCullough, Yannette Hernandez-Cobian, and Priscilla Cobian. Students that achieve an attendance rate of 96% or higher in their cumulative 4-year high school career consist of Yulisa Alonso, Bryson Badker, we'll pause for a moment and let our pictures catch up. Okay, we'll start again. Yulisa Alonso, Bryson Badker, Gracie Britton, Nelly Camacho, Kelly Camacho, Elizabeth Cazares, Priscilla Cobian, George De Leon, Daniela Duran, Yannette Hernandez-Cobian, Aiden McCullough, Michaela McCullough, Jose Murillo, Zayden Nicolette, Dallas Parks, Junior Pena, Giovanni Perez, Giovanni Rizzo, Damari Roman Lomelli, Alex Salazar, and Stephanie Zacharias. Students that only missed one day in their entire high school career, achieving almost 100%, are Angela Taylor and Ashley Taylor. Dual credit options are a focus here at Lost River. Students receiving multiple college credits are Valeria Aguirre, Yulisa Alonso, Michael Baker Bear, Gracie Britton, Elizabeth Cazares, Priscilla Cobian, Daniela Duran, Jace Finner, Lily Figueroa, Patience Gonzalez, Madison Hartman, Yannette Hernandez-Cobian, Aiden McCullough, Michaela McCullough, Jose Murillo, Zayden Nicolette, Terena Ochoa, Caden Olmstead, Dallas Parks, Giovanni Perez, Dylan Reed, Giovanni Rizzo, Damari Roman Lomelli, Jacelyn Story, Angela Taylor, Ashley Taylor, and Stephanie Zacharias. Together, these students have over 374 college credits. Quite amazing. Students wearing the golden FFA stole represent membership in the Future Farmers of America chapter. These students include Bryson Badker, Dylan Reed, Gracie Britton, Caden Olmstead, Michael Baker Bear, Terena Ochoa. Students wearing the FBLA pins on their lapel. They represent membership of either 2, 3, or 4 years in the Future Business Leaders of America chapter. These students are Angela Taylor, Ashley Taylor, Daniela Duran, Lily Figueroa, Elizabeth Cazares, Stephanie Zacharias, Yulisa Alonso, and Yannette Hernandez-Cobian. Students wearing the multicolored cord and represented excellence in career and technical education. These students are Valeria Aguirre, Bryson Badker, Michael Baker-Bear, Gracie Britton, Max Bowler, George De Leon, Jace Finner, Jimmy Lyman, Aiden McCullough, Jose Murillo, Zayden Nicolette, Caden Olmstead, Dallas Parks, Dylan Reed, Stephanie Zacharias, Tucker Veal, Yulisa Alonso, Elizabeth Cazares, Daniela Duran, Lily Figueroa, Yannette Hernandez-Cobian, Junior Pena, Gio Perez, Giovanni Rizzo, Alex Salazar, Angela Taylor, and Ashley Taylor. One of our largest goals here at LRHS is to instill and encourage the passion for continued education after high school. Graduates, if you are attending a 4-year, 2-year, or any other type of secondary or post-secondary education, congratulations and good luck to you. Additionally, we'd like to recognize the individuals that have selflessly decided to enlist in the military. Thank you for your selfless service to our community and our country. Now what you all been waiting for. Distinguished member of the school board, Ms. Kandra, Superintendent Zamoniak, friends, families, graduates gathered here and at home, I, Jamie Youngman, principal of Lost River High School, certify that these graduates have met all the prescribed coursework of study set down by the Klamath County School District, along with the state of Oregon. Thus, they are earning the right of graduation. It is with pride that I present to you the graduating class of 2020.
Yulisa Alonso Zamora, Gracie Ada May Britton, Angela Rosalie Taylor, Ashley Caitlin Taylor, Madison Grace Hartman, Priscilla Cobian Tinajero, Yannette Hernandez Cobian, Michaela Catherine McCullough, Denise Valeria Aguirre Rodriguez, Tristan Lee Ayatt, Bryson Christopher Badker, Michael Anthony Baker-Bear, Max Charles Bowler, Kelly Camacho Zamora, Nellie Camacho Zamora, Lisbeth Amanda Cazares Mendez, Jorge de Leon Mesa, Daniela Michelle Duran Reynoso, Jace Ryan Fenner, Liliana Isabella Figueroa Peraza, Patience Kathleen Gonzalez, James Austin Lyman, Aiden Christopher McCullough, Cameron Dean Moore, Jose Luis Mario Morales, Zayden J. Nicolette, Esmeralda Guadalupe Nuno Lara, Terena Catalina Maria Ochoa, Caden Alexander Olmstead, Dallas Timothy Parks, Nicholas Jr. Pena Castellanos, Giovanni Perez, Dylan Ray Reed, Giovanni Rizzo Lopez, Damari Roman Lomelli, Alexander Salazar, Jacelyn Cherie Story, Damian Valadez Gutierrez, Tucker Blaine Vale, Stephanie Zacharias.
Now it's time to turn on tassels. Unfortunately, Aiden and Dallas could not be here today to present their speech. Good afternoon, class of 2020. Before we close the ceremony, Ulisa and I would like to take this last opportunity to say a few words on behalf of our class. First, we would like to congratulate each and every one of you for making it to this milestone. Just think about all that has brought us here. All the trials, misfortunes, too great to recall, all the laughs in the classroom, sweat and tears on the court or in the field, all of the efforts and insights, all of the unexpected changes. It all comes together here this afternoon in this ceremony. Most of all, we did not envision our senior year ending so abruptly, and many of us lament the fact that we missed our spring sports, baseball, softball, and track. We know that many of us will never get to experience being in the state championships or being able to say, I'll never forget my senior year of sports because of a pandemic. It is true we will never forget this year, and we got over what we could not change with little complaining after the initial shock wore off. We went on with life and came out on the other side, and we were more resilient because of it. I believe that we had the opportunity to allow the situation to make us stronger. As we sit here today and think back about our 6 years here at Lost River come to an end this afternoon, another door awaits you with many opportunities, chances, challenges, and pursuits.
Finally, we would like to say thank you. Thank you to our parents and guardians for supporting us and keeping us on track. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts to our teachers, coaches, and staff for persevering through the many hard changes that came with COVID-19 and for helping us finish. We know that it was not easy, and we appreciate your work more than you know. Thank you, class of 2020, for making the journey so memorable. Now, everyone stand and turn your tassels on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, class of 2020. Thank you.
Thank you all for tuning in. And graduates, I look forward to seeing you shortly in about the next hour to pass out your diplomas. We'll see you shortly. Thank you.
All right, there it was, the class of 2020 graduation at Lost River High School. The graduates in-house got some confetti dumped on them, which is always nice. We'll be back with more of the Rogue Community Credit Union graduation video tour coming up here in just a little bit. We'll close up shop coming up.
From our humble beginnings serving members from a small garage to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, switch to US Cellular and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G, plus no activation fees. So you can stream, capture, and post without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at US Cellular. Choose fair.
At US Cellular, we believe in a new approach, one that puts you first. Visit Siskiyou Cellular at one of our 7 locations.
It's fire danger season, and Oregon California Supply in Medford and Grants Pass is ready to save you money and protect you, your family, your business, and your property. Shop today for all sizes and types of fire extinguishers for your boat, RV, truck, home, and shop. Visit OCS today for custom fire prevention systems for your rural home, ranch, or farm. And save 20% off all fire hoses, valves, and fittings. Get to Oregon California Supply today, next to Wild River Pizza in Grants Pass, north of Vilas Road off Highway 62 Medford. Save money, protect, and cover your assets with fire protection supplies from Oregon California Supply.
Welcome back to PlayActionSportsMedia.com. We just wrapped up the class of 2020 graduation at Rogue River High School. Congratulations to the class. What they're doing right now is, obviously, you didn't see any diplomas given out. They're going out in the parking lot, which is right out those doors there, and they're going to do a sort of drive-through thing. And that's how these students are going to get their diplomas, the class of 2020 graduation. This is not the only stop we've made this summer on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. We've made a couple different stops along Southern Oregon. We were at South Umpqua at the beginning of the month, last month. And we've been to Henley High School as well, Phoenix, and not to forget, of course, Lost River as well, and Rogue River also. All of these schools you can find live replays of on PlayActionSportsMedia.com or on our YouTube page at Play Action Sports Media. Give one more salute to the class of 2020, man. Y'all went through something that I definitely couldn't have done. Working from home, staying focused, and I commend you for it. And definitely something you'll never forget, graduating high school like this with about 6 of you in here, the rest of you in the parking lot. God bless you. Congratulations to the class of 2020. And thank you to Klamath County School District for allowing us to cover your event this 4th of July morning. Special thanks to Superintendent of the Klamath County School District, Glenn Sismoniak, and the principal here at Lost River High School, Jamie Augman. Appreciate those fine folks for bringing this one to you live this afternoon. Hope everyone else has a safe and happy Independence Day, and we will be with you sometime at the end of this month at July 31st at Eureka High School, if you care about that as well, in Northern California. Be sure to check out PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Before we leave you this afternoon, we're going to show you some of the folks that have made this event possible, from the teachers here at Lost River High School to some of the other staff as well. Appreciate you watching for the Rogue Community Credit Union live graduation video tour presented by Lithia Superstore, Siskiyou US Cellular, Oregon California Supply, Hellgate Jetboat Excursions, and by Southern Oregon Sanitation. Again, congratulations to the class of 2020 at Rogue River High School, and thank you for watching PlayActionSportsMedia.com. We'll see you next time.